We taxpayers have paid billions to bail out AIG, the big insurance company, in part to make sure that they could pay claims filed by injured clients. But Chief Investigative Correspondent Brian Ross reports that some clients say they had to suffer, while AIG executives were treated to the high life.
This is one of the country's most luxurious getaways, the St. Regis Monarch Beach Resort, Dana Point, California. Last year, the same insurance company that spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on an executive retreat here refused to buy a new artificial leg for this amputee.
You have to ask a second time, a third time, a fourth time, and you're still not getting it.
The same insurance company that pampered its executives at the St. Regis Spa tried to get away with shortchanging this paralyzed former nursery school teacher.
It's been a battle and just a delaying action.
The same insurance company that had enough money for private jets and million-dollar executive bonuses refused to believe that a truck driver caught in a gun battle in Iraq later had nightmares and post-traumatic stress. I am down! The insurance company is AIG, already infamous for its financial collapse, kept in business only because of billions and billions of dollars in taxpayers' money. Like many insurance companies, AIG has long been accused by consumer groups of trying to boost profits with a slow pay, deny and delay policy. But proving that without company records has been impossible. But now the records of one group of people insured by AIG have become available, providing a rare glimpse of how AIG treats the people it insures. The records, obtained by the Los Angeles Times and the nonprofit group ProPublica, involve some 30,000 claims filed by people working for American defense contractors overseas, 90% of them covered by AIG under a federally mandated program.
They're injured like soldiers, they die like soldiers.
T. Christian Miller, a reporter for ProPublica, says an analysis of the records shows a pattern of AIG playing hardball, denying and delaying, nickel and diming the injured contractors.
I've seen contractors who have had to leave their homes, live out of cars while they're waiting for disability payments.
KBR 1, where sawdust got
like
hit
the case of John Woodson, nearly killed when his truck hit a roadside bomb in Iraq.
Sawdust is all right, driver's down, medevac.
Woodson lost his left leg below the knee, all vision in one eye and 70% in the other. Still in constant pain, Woodson says his most difficult challenge is dealing with AIG.
I was injured in October of '04, and it's been hell since.
Fighting with AIG?
Fighting with AIG. Each and every item, there is a struggle.
A long trail of correspondence and documents shows Woodson had to fight AIG over glasses for the one partially good eye, fight for a wheelchair, even fight to get a new plastic leg that fit with a new liner so it would not fall off.
And they bought the cheapest thing that they could get away with.
The new liner for John Woodson's artificial leg cost about $600, about as much as the California Spa's special massage and body butter package.
They're getting their bonuses, they're getting paid, but they'll constantly fight in order to try to get you to give up.
AIG refused to provide any of its executives to appear on 2020. In a statement, the insurance company said the vast majority of the claims are paid without dispute when the proper supporting medical evidence has been received.
Yes, they pay for simple claims like a paper cut or something like that. But the more complicated the case and the more serious the injury, the more likely they are to fight it. And of course, those are the more expensive cases.
The analysis of the claims found almost half, 43% of the serious cases are challenged by AIG. It took the lawyer for former Houston nursery school teacher Shaheen Khan, paralyzed in a road accident in Iraq, 3 years to get what she was due in disability payments from AIG.
I mean, the judge finally ruled that they had only been paying her about a fifth of what they should have been paying.
A fifth?
About a fifth.
The weekly amount in dispute was far less than the bar bill for AIG executives on retreat last year at the California resort.
You'll have cases where a doctor hired by the carrier will say, this guy needs treatment, and they still won't give it to him until this individual twists in the wind until a judge says, you've got to pay him.
Particularly for those who have seen the horror of war and claim treatment for post-traumatic stress disorder.
God help us all, Lord.
AIG says it's a complicated process, but they even tried to turn down the KBR truck driver whose evidence included the videotape he made of an insurgent attack on his convoy.
I'm taking fire. 10-4, come
Preston
back.
Wheeler watched as fellow drivers were murdered.
They just killed him. They just killed him. Oh, my God.
He took bullets in the chest and arm.
Not much lamb getting shot.
He says he still has nightmares and flashbacks.
It's miserable all the time.
What's in your head? What are you thinking?
Iraq every day. You know, just everything's a replay constantly.
But AIG said it did not believe Wheeler and tried to cut off his medical and disability benefits until he got a lawyer and went to court, where, after months of not giving him a penny, AIG agreed to reinstate his benefits.
They just throw me out in the street, basically. And I'm sure it'll happen again. Somebody else. The first bullet out.
In fact, one of the bullets from the attack is still lodged in Wheeler's underarm. But he says AIG won't even respond to his request for a CAT scan to see if he should have it removed.
It's a foreign object and it don't belong in there. So it needs to come out.
The estimated cost of removing the bullet would be a tiny fraction of the $165 million AIG paid in executive bonuses this year.
It's in their interest to delay the payments, and it's in their interest to fight these payments as hard as they possibly can.
The cases of the injured contractors have kept this Houston lawyer, Toby Cole, a busy man. Confined to a wheelchair himself since a high school accident, Cole says he has never seen one insurance company treat so many people so badly.
It's definitely a pattern.
And what is the pattern you see?
To deny, to delay, and to fight, it's difficult for me to think it's anything but concentrated effort just to ignore these guys.
Congressional investigators say AIG's insurance business covering American contractors has been extremely profitable. AIG won't disclose how much it's making by handling what is essentially workman's compensation for people like John Woodson. But the company says it has a 45-year history of handling such claims and provides quality service to its claimants and clients. That's not how Woodson sees it.
It's horrible. It's just never ending. It's just a constant anger and hatred.
Hatred.
Hatred. I was never that type of person to hate, but you find yourself hating these people.